In the bustling world of cryptocurrency, a David versus Goliath battle took shape in June 2022. In one corner, we had Grayscale, a premier crypto asset manager with an audacious ambition. Their goal? To convert their Bitcoin trust into something even more substantial, an exchange-traded fund, or ETF for short. Yet standing in their path was the formidable Securities and Exchange Commission, known to us all as the SEC. The SEC, armed with its mandate to prevent fraud and protect investors, shot down Grayscale's application. The reason? They believed it didn't meet the standards necessary to safeguard the market and its participants. But Grayscale wasn't about to take this lying down. They fired back, launching a lawsuit against the SEC. Their claim that the SEC's rejection was arbitrary with no solid basis in the reality of the situation, and so the stage was set for a legal showdown. As the courtroom doors swung open on March 7, 2023, Grayscale was ready to make its case. The battle had been brewing since June of the previous year, when the Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, blocked Grayscale's bid to convert its Bitcoin trust into an ETF, an exchange-traded fund. Grayscale, not one to back down, challenged this decision, sparking a legal clash that would send ripples throughout the financial world. Their argument was simple, yet profound. Grayscale asserted that the SEC's concerns about potential manipulation in the Bitcoin market were, in their words, unreasonable. They pointed to the approval of Bitcoin futures ETFs as evidence of inconsistency in the SEC's approach. After all, if one form of Bitcoin investment was deemed acceptable, why not another? The court, after listening to the oral arguments, found itself in agreement with Grayscale. The judges pointed out the strong correlation between Bitcoin futures and spot prices, a correlation that suggested the Bitcoin market was not as easily manipulated as the SEC had feared. Then came the ruling. The U.S. Court of Appeals for the D.C. Circuit declared that the SEC had been unreasonable in denying Grayscale's permission to launch a Bitcoin ETF. The court criticized the SEC's inconsistent treatment of Bitcoin futures ETFs and regular ETPs, calling it arbitrary and capricious. This ruling was a game-changer. It didn't just represent a win for Grayscale. It signaled a shift in how Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies could be perceived and handled by the financial industry. The court's decision marked a monumental step forward for American investors and the Bitcoin ecosystem. In the wake of the court's ruling, the reverberations were felt far and wide. Almost immediately, the price of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies surged. The court's decision seemed to act as a catalyst, igniting a renewed sense of optimism and enthusiasm within the crypto community. This ruling, after all, did more than just validate Grayscale's position. It also opened the floodgates for a potential influx of new capital into the crypto markets. Investors, sitting on the sidelines, now see a new avenue for participation, thanks to the court's ruling. This includes conservative investors, such as pension funds, who have traditionally been hesitant to dip their toes into the volatile waters of Bitcoin. The court's decision has also cast a spotlight on the SEC's treatment of Bitcoin ETF applications. The regulator, often seen as a gatekeeper, has been called out for its inconsistent handling of Bitcoin futures ETFs and regular ETPs. The ruling, while not requiring immediate implementation by the SEC, has paved the way for a more balanced approach in the future. But let's not lose sight of the fact that this is a single battle in a much larger war. The SEC has yet to comment on the ruling or indicate whether it will appeal the decision. And while the court's ruling is certainly a win for Grayscale, it doesn't guarantee the approval of their Bitcoin ETF application. While the next steps in the case remain unclear, one thing is certain: this ruling has forever altered the crypto landscape. As we draw this riveting saga to a close, let's reflect on what we've learned. We've witnessed the genesis and escalation of Grayscale's legal battle against the SEC. The court ruling in Grayscale's favor marks a watershed moment in the cryptocurrency world, potentially paving the way for the launch of Bitcoin ETFs and a surge of new capital into the crypto markets. This verdict not only impacts Grayscale and its investors, but also holds wider implications for the future of crypto regulation and the investment landscape. Thank you for joining us on this journey. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more exciting news from the world of cryptocurrency. Until next time, stay savvy and keep investing smartly.